As the Uruguayan curls one in. Oh, Middlesbrough take the lead!
What is up, guys? Matthew here. Welcome back to episode 2 of our Football Manager 2024 career mode here. Today back with 2 more games, this time both in the Championship. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has checked out episode 1. If you've even remotely went as far as to leave a like or a comment or whatever, or interact in that video in any way, shape or form, it honestly means so much. And I reiterate the same for this very video. If you enjoyed it, if you like the content we do here, we do not only Football Manager and gaming stuff, but we do plenty of generic football content on the Boro, the Championship and much more, then just hit a like on this video. It takes 2 seconds and it means the world as well. So big thank you to everyone for that. But we're here for episode 2. Made a few changes you might have seen in terms of our UI, because for some reason the Mac that I use to play FM and record everything on, my really powerful Mac, the screen size doesn't quite fit with my what's required, the 1920 by 1080 screen on OBS. So you might have noticed in the first episode, the Football Manager window that I was sourcing in to my OBS was too square for the full window, so obviously the top and bottom were cut off. So what I've had to do is bring the window in a little bit and put the nice branded Football Manager stuff on the background. So it looks actually rather nice, I'm not going to lie, but hopefully that'll allow you to see more of the interface and yeah, just make the video that little bit nicer to watch. But what we're going to do today then, we've got 2 games to run through and they are both in the Championship. As I say, we've ran straight on from where we left off. We've got Coventry away and Huddersfield at home today. What we'll do after that is we will give a couple of games break. I don't know if it's worth coming back. We'll see who we get in the second round of the League Cup. If it's a big team, then we'll have to come back for that, and then possibly QPR as well. But I do want to get a good few games in the bag and maybe have 2 more games in the middle here, and then we'll come back to definitely the Sunderland game later on. But enough said, we've got a lot to get through because we're going to start off with one of my favourite things in all of football, and that is a goddamn draw. We are here, we're in the bag, we are in the hat for the second round of the Carabao Cup. Of course, after we battered Barnsley in the last round, it is worth noting we have scored 7 goals and are yet to concede in our very short, but in our career as Boro manager so far, after an unbeaten pre-season as well, it is worth mentioning. So let's head into the draw. I do love a draw, mate. I love a draw, and there are plenty of teams to draw out. So we're going to just sit back and we're going to go automatic draw, and we're going to sit back and enjoy this, ladies and gentlemen. Who does not enjoy a draw? So sit back and enjoy the drama with me. So Cheltenham host Birmingham. Preston have got Derby. That's okay. I love a home draw first and foremost. Are we going to Portsmouth? No, we're not going all the way down to Portsmouth on the South Coast. Is it going to be an all-Championship affair with Stoke? Nope, they've got Rotherham instead. Premier League, Nottingham Forest, the first Premier League team are in, and they're quickly followed by the next one, which is Everton. An all-Premier League tie at the City Ground right there. Bolton Crew, then we've got Blackburn, Blackpool, Fleetwood of League One, and Swansea of the Championship. So we're still in the hat somewhere. Are we going to Bristol City? We're going to Ashton Gate? No, we're not. That's Southampton. Then we've got Northampton. They're playing League One Wycombe, so an all League One tie there. Are we going to go to Hull in the... No, we're not going to go to Hull in the second round. Then we've got Premier League Wolves against Premier League Fulham. And there we go. We're at home to Leicester. There we go. We're at home to fellow Championship side Leicester, albeit they're a Premier League team dropped in the Championship. So that's a tough old draw. I mean, if we were to get any of the sides in the Championship, you wouldn't have wanted Leicester. At least we got them at home. But we've auto-filled the rest of the draw. Let's see if there's any other notable draws in there. So Sheffield United have got Burnley. That's quite interesting. Leeds, the Jammy Sods have got Boro. Of course they have. And look at that, Chelsea and Tottenham. Possibly the 2 biggest teams in the whole draw have been drawn together. That's insane. You could say the same for Luton and Bournemouth as well. A lot of Premier League teams, Brentford Palace as well, Sheffield United, but a lot of Premier League teams have been drawn together, so that really couldn't have been a better outcome for a side who's not in the Premier League. we've just got a huge task, obviously, to get past Leicester in the second round. They've started the Championship with a win, you won't be surprised to hear. But never mind, we'll move on then and head straight away to the next game, which of course is Coventry, which is only in a few days' time. So here we are then, ready to go against Coventry. This is going to be a very, very tough game, by far the toughest test of our time at Boro so far, and I've not got a reason to change the team all that much. Not that we've got the flexibility really to do so. The two fullbacks are looking a little bit more tired, but again, there's nothing we can do. We could play McNair, I guess, at right back, but Vandenberg's been absolutely tremendous there so far. It is worth noting we have got the incomings of Engel and Lath. They're coming in the next few days, and the likes of Akpom and a few others are leaving. So the squad's going to continue to change as the predetermined real-life signings are coming in. And I believe this was just before Gus Hamer left Coventry, so he might not be in their team, which will help massively. As for us, though, we're going to stick with the same back five, the same centre midfield pairing. Hackney and Howson's chemistry is fantastic. And obviously the likes of Jones come back in. Rodgers as well is going to come back in. We're going to change him to an advanced playmaker. He has been training exceptionally well during the week, and his training rating's very high. So he's working hard. He deserves a place in the team, as does Marcus Force. It is worth noting as well, Josh Coburn is nearly fit. He's in rehab, although this fitness test did say he was almost there. That's Tommy Smith, that's the wrong player. Rego returned to full fitness in 2 days, so we might be able to get Coburn on for a few minutes, but no more than that. And the rest of the team picks itself. We've not really got much else to go off, if I'm honest. But nothing really changes. It's hard to really set up defensively against Coventry because they've got really good wing backs, but they've also got a lot of players who are pretty good in midfield. So I'm going to stick to the same tactics that's obviously got us 2 clean sheets and got us the 7 goals going forward. But there's no doubt that this is going to be the toughest test so far. The playoff semi-final repeat, and of course they're a team who we struggle to beat under Mark Robbins, and it's a ground where Boro really, really struggles. So let's, as always, let's maybe mention the fans. You know, these fans turn up through thick and thin. Maybe remember the fans, especially with what happened in that playoff semi-final, and obviously how heartbroken we all were at the Riverside that night. So we'll kind of put the fans in the players' mind as we head out for the second game of the Championship season at the CBS. Almost called it the Rico. And I just can't get enough of these unbelievably beautiful presentation graphics of the EFL. Absolutely love it. Hope you guys can see a little bit more of the matchday experience and the UI. This is a bit cut off at the bottom, but should hopefully look a little bit more presentable for you guys. And here we go, ready to go in what will be the toughest game thus far. I'm sticking to a positive mentality. We're going to take it to every team we play, but we have to be wary of Coventry's threats. It does look like Gus Hamer's no longer in their team, which is good, but they have got, of course, Hadji Wright up front, and it looks like Ellis Sims is on the bench as well, and it looks like, oh god, Hayden Coulson's got an injury, which is not what we need, although we have got a chance, and it's a goal. Marcus Force has scored his 3rd goal of the season from out of the blue. Out of the blue. Where the hell has that come from? Coulson, who is injured, he's going to have to go off. Plays it into Force, he knocks it out to Howson, great ball back in, wasn't dealt with by Bidwell, I think it was, and Force, first time, strikes into the corner, past Ben Wilson, and out of the blue, Boro have scored against Coventry. We lead against Coventry. Let's see what the guys are saying about Hayden Coulson. It looks like he's recovering a little, although, well, they've lost someone, Bobby Thomas, I think it is. Is it Bobby Thomas who's gone off for Coventry? What's it saying? Injured and struggling to run it off. So we might give Coulson a little bit longer. It's a good job Engel's coming very, very soon this week, because this is not the time to lose a left back. I don't think McNair. Where's McNair? I might have not put him back in the squad, which is a bit annoying. We might have to drop Tommy Smith in, who is far from 100% himself. We don't have many options. So let's just keep an eye on Coulson. Although we have a free kick here. Johnny Howson whips it in. Back post, it's headed up. It's not cleared. Isaiah Jones is on the right-hand side. Now it's a good cross into Hackney, who's brought down, but it doesn't matter because Marcus Force is there again. It's a brace for the Finn, and Boro are in absolute dreamland here against Coventry City. It looked like there might have been a penalty in there, if I'm honest, but it didn't matter in the end. Jones, as he does, gets to the byline, low cross. Was Hackney fouled? It doesn't matter because Marcus Force, ever the poacher, is there to make it 2-0, and we are in absolute dreamland again. It's like what it was against Barnsley, 2-0 up early on, but let's not get carried away here. A goal for Coventry changes it. A goal for Coventry changes it, and that's exactly what has happened. Matty Gotton has scored, but it's offside. Disallowed. The referee's flag is up. Didn't see a replay of that. Can we enable replays? There, disallowed goals. Let's see that. Let's see them in future so we know exactly what it's been disallowed for and how tight the offsides were. But that's a warning sign right there from Coventry that just like that, they're back in the game as they look to react to going behind. Still monitoring Coulson. Doesn't look great, although that's a terrible ball, isn't it? Who gave that away? Ben Sheaf is running through the midfield and he's hit the crossbar. What an effort from Ben Sheaf, who has come on, for Thomas, who is injured, and he's hit an absolute screamer from 25 yards and had Dieng beaten. Luckily for us, it didn't beat the woodwork, but we're struggling here. We're starting to really give the ball away, and Coventry are growing into this game. Maybe we need half-time. Cross comes in. It's bobbling around. It's not cleared. Matty Gordon is in! And Dieng makes a fantastic save as we're rocking a little bit here. We need to get to half-time. Dieng comes out, and that is absolutely fantastic goalkeeping, Dieng. Just calm it down. Settle us down. That gets us to half-time, and despite a wonderful 2-goal lead, it's quite an even game. We've just took our chances when they've come. But wonderful, fantastic half from the lads, but we're not going to get too ahead of ourselves. Let's just say, doing well so far. Let's find another gear to take charge, because I don't think we're in control of this game, I would say, at this moment in time. But let's just say that keep going. You've done really well. You've made the difference. Fantastic stuff, boys. What do we do about Hayden Coulson? He's not really running off this injury. I could bring McGree back into left back, but he's not really that ideal. We can bring Vandenberg across because he's just that good. He can play anywhere and he can be an inverted fullback. We are going to lose the width that we did have on the left, but we might not need it because we're 2-0 up. And Coulson, I mean, look, he's had a great game. You know, there's no gimme. Not unlike real life when Coulson was like, right, get him out the team. Engels here, Bangura's here. No guarantee that Coulson, you know, is going to lose his position in this team because he's been fantastic. And we're going to drop Tommy Smith in. A risk, yes, but I'm going to have him as a supportive fullback. Maybe we switch the width to the right-hand side and just hope he gets through it. That's a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Let's go out there. I'm going to drop us back to balanced as well, just to be a bit more wary of Coventry's threats. And we're going to just have a more balanced game. We don't need to be positive. We've got 2 goals in the bank. But here come Coventry. They're looking to start the second half as they finish the first. Here's Josh Eccles down the right-hand side. It's a great ball into Matty Gordon, who's at the byline. Here he turns back. Eccles plays it back to Ben Sheaf. Here's Kelly. He takes a shot from miles out, and it's luckily over the bar. Did have Dieng a little worried there, but it didn't trouble him in the end. As we continue into the second half, Coventry still trying to find their way back into this game. It could we've given the ball away in a shocking place there. Rav Vandenberg with a poor throw-in. We've not been great since we've scored them 2 goals, you know, if I'm honest. We've not kept the ball well at all. It's another shot from range that is very close. But I'm happy to let Coventry take shots from range. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to allow them to do that. And we might look to make a change pretty soon. I want to see Force get his hat-trick if I can. We'll encourage the boys to just keep things going. What I'm going to do, as Hackney looks a little tired, I'm going to swap him out for Dan Barlasser. And let's see if Silvera can stretch the potentially tired legs in that Coventry backline. So we'll bring him on as an inverted winger for Riley McGree. And I might look to bring Crooks on for Force if he doesn't get his hat-trick. But we are getting pretty close to the end, into the 80th minute. It's going to take one hell of a quick comeback for Coventry here. This could be just such a huge 3 points. But it's not over yet. Throw-in on the right here. Still a couple of minutes left. A goal here for Coventry will give us the nerviest stoppage time ever. First time cross and Godden's missed. Wow, he's missed a sitter. That was the moment. Matty Godden completely spanned a free header, and that is that. We did our job. We did it in the first half. Got the goals we needed. Sat on them, and we have held out. It's another clean sheet. It's another wonderful result, and we have went to the CBS where we never get anything from. We've beaten a Mark Robins team. Why couldn't we have done this in the playoffs? But anyway, fantastic performance. That is a win and a good performance. Absolutely. Well done, boys. And what a start. Top of the league after 2 games. Oh, yeah. Might not stay there, though. That is the early kickoff. Mark Robins, a little cagey. Not too happy about that. It was only a bruised knee for Coulson, so he's going to be okay. As we do have a clause being triggered with Marcus Force. But yeah, he's been the star man so far this season, and I'll attend the press conference, get that over and done with, and we'll head to the next game, which of course is, I believe, in a week's time. We've got a week now until the next game, which is at home to Huddersfield. But look at all that green. Let's make the most of it while it's there, eh? But I will head through the week. I'll stop by if there's anything important that of course, is of note. And other than that, I'll see you guys when we're back for the game at home to Huddersfield. We're ready to pick our team for the home game against Huddersfield. Expected to be a sellout at the Riverside, which just shows the fans are loving the start to the season that we've made. And it is nice now that we can officially welcome Emmanuel Latte-Lath to the Boro and Lucas Engel as well. So we've got a few more options, albeit I would still obviously like more, and there will be more players coming in, because obviously that was what Boro did in the transfer window with Sam Greenwood. You know, Lewis O'Brien still to come in, as is Alex Bangura. But yeah, so far so good for us, and the Boro and his hoping can continue at home to Huddersfield. It would be a bit of a kick in the gut after the start we've made to lose this game at home. So yeah, it'd be a very good one to comfortably get another victory in. So in terms of the team, we are going to obviously take out a lot of the players who did so well for us in the last game, and obviously who played in the Cup as well, and get back to what our strongest lineup is. And I think this might be the team that started against Coventry. I don't know why it's changed the players there, but yeah, Force is on fire. He's obviously going to remain in there. The 4 behind him, or the 3 behind him. You can't change a winning team at this moment in time, but it is going to be really, really nice for us to bring in Paddy McNair first of all, because I completely forgot to include him in the last team, and he would have been useful to have. Lucas Engel, of course, great to see him jumping in there and joining us on the bench, and Emmanuel Latte-Lath. Josh Coburn, I would like to have on the bench as well, but he's not quite fit enough yet, so I'm going to leave Josh out on this occasion, as the fans are expecting and are hoping to see Lath and Engel make their debut, so I'd like to give them that wish if we can. But it's good to have them both on the bench, and it's the first time, barring Tommy Smith's slight knock, that we've had a fully fit bench, which is pretty cool. As for the way Huddersfield play, it's hard, but they don't really have much of a threat going forward. They have a little bit of width with the likes of Sorba Thomas, I believe, but yeah, I think we're best maybe stopping crosses when it comes to Huddersfield, and maybe trying to trap them inside rather than outside. I wonder if there's a way we can view the opposition again. So yeah, they do have wing backs, and I'm guessing they'll want to cross the ball into Danny Ward and Jordan Rhodes. We'll see how that goes, but it is a slight change from what we've been doing, pressing them inside and stopping crosses as opposed to inviting crosses. But that could be one of the stronger avenues of attack that Huddersfield could look to exploit. So that's what we'll do. We'll go with that, and we will look to make it 3 wins from 3. And obviously, another clean sheet would be absolutely amazing. So, boys, a lot of fans here today, 30,000 plus. So, yeah, let's go out there, use that to our advantage, get a result. I have faith in each and every one of you. Let's not let Huddersfield burst the bubble, and let's go out there and continue our fine form. But there's the team, there's the boys in red and white who are looking better and better game after game. Let's have a look at the Huddersfield team. Not a bad squad. Not a bad squad, you know. I like how they've got Darren Moore in there as the manager now as well, which is cool. And there's the league table. So Leeds did play, I think, last night and have gotten 7 points from 3 games. So we can go back to the top essentially with a win here, which would be absolutely awesome. So here we go then. Kick-off underway here at the Riverside at home to Huddersfield Town. Can we back up our very, very strong start? Looks like a bit of a quiet start. Let's give the boys a bit of encouragement. We are playing positively as we tend to do. But a very quiet and cagey start, it seems. Not much happening in the first half. No highlights at all. It's been a very even game. Not much in terms of XG or chances created. We've had 2 shots on target now, but still nothing worth note. And we might be approaching half-time here without a single highlight. Which I always hate. It's always a little bit boring when that happens. Oh, we have. So right at the death here, 20 seconds to go at the end of the first half. We do get a shot saved, or does it hit the bar? Don't know if that hit the bar or was saved, but we had a very big chance at the end of the half. As you can see, not the greatest half of football, not one that will be remembered on the highlight reel when you look back at our promotion DVD. But we still have edged it. We might just have to up the tempo here. Maybe go attacking in the second half and push, try and force the issue here. But we'll go to the dressing room, and I think it's safe to say to the boys, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep going, we can win this. And we will keep an eye on what happens in the second half. And if we get nowhere, I can see us bringing Engel and Lath on and seeing if they can be the superstars who save the day and instantly make themselves cult heroes here on Teesside. But the second half's underway. Tackle there from Jack Radoni, who is on a booking, it's worth noting. Isaiah Jones tries to play. Great ball in behind Morgan Rogers. What a great start. This could be Force makes a great run. See, he just cuts back to the penalty spot there. He was picked out by Rogers, but it was over the bar. What a great start this is. Corner comes in. Near post, Dale Fry brings it back down. Johnny Howson out to McGree. It's come back to Hackney now. Hayden Coulson. Howson's in space, but that's a terrible pass. But a terrible clearance. Equally, Howson to Coulson here. Can we break down this stubborn Huddersfield Town side? Hayden Hackney goes for the shot, and Hayden Hackney has done exactly what he did in the real life game at home to Huddersfield. Wow. Who says this isn't realistic? He scored arguably a better screamer than what he did in real life. Hayden Hackney has absolutely let one rip from 25 yards. It's gone in off the bar. What a way to open the score. Fantastic. And of course, we didn't go on to win that game. We ended up drawing in the end, but we look like we're well and truly going for the jugular here. Morgan Rogers plays it back to Coulson. McGree's in space. McGree turns, but McGree puts it wide. That should be really on target from Riley McGree, but much better second half. There's lots more going on. Header flicked on by Lenihan. It comes back out to Fry, whose header is straight at Lee Nichols. And he's having to keep the game at 1-0 here. We've went up a gear, as I asked for in the half-time team talk, as we have hit the hour mark. And once this highlight's over, I think I'm going to make a few changes. But Morgan Rogers has been allowed to run free into the box and arguably should do better there. Morgan Rogers. He had the freedom at Teesside there to run into the Huddersfield box, but he couldn't finish his chance, unfortunately. So, Emmanuel Lat-Elaf is going to be entered for his Boro debut, as is Lucas Engel, who I think is going to suit the way we play down to a T. Attacking wing back. Let's give the boys a little bit of encouragement. Go make an impact. Go and do just that. And here we go. Can the new boys give us the extra little bit to get us over the line in this one? As we continue through the second half, not much happening. We are back at the top of the league though, which is awesome. Ball cleared towards Darragh Lenihan, who's got John Rhodes slightly tracking him, but safely gets the ball back into midfield. Here is Lucas Engel. The fans wanted to see him. Here he is, making his debut. Cuts back to Dale Fry. Here's Hayden Hackney. Johnny Howson now. Back to Darragh Lenihan. Some patient build-up play here from the Boro. Having to try and break down this Huddersfield Town side again, who have defended really well, but were broken down by that Hackney thunderbolt. Rav Vandenberg then. He's in space. He's coming inside. Plays the ball in behind to Isaiah Jones. Cuts it back to Lat-Elaf. And he gets the goal on his debut as well. Fantastic. It couldn't have been written, could it? Emmanuel Lat-Elaf converts a wonderful ball from Isaiah Jones, and he gets his debut goal in front of the Riverside crowd. The perfect start for the new boy. And we are 2-0 up and looking like we are cruising to another victory. 3-3. And again, we look to have another clean sheet in our hands. I mean, this is too good to be true. I'm expecting to be FM'd any minute now. I really am. I'm going to make a change. Let's bring in Paddy McNair. Just because Dale Fry's booked. Let's not risk anything crazy happening. And Dan Barlasser, he can come on for Johnny Howson, who's having a fantastic game. Sammy Silvera, he can come on for Riley McGree. And hell, let's bring Matt Crooks on for Morgan Rogers. We've run out of subs, never mind. But yeah, a lot of these lads can come off and get a well-deserved round of applause from the Boro faithful. But we are not done yet. Rogers plays it into Silvera. He cuts it back to Morgan Rogers. Is he going to take a shot here? Is he going to take a shot? He is going to take a shot, and it's tipped over by Lee Nichols. And it is going to be a corner to the Boro. Paddy McNair, freshly on, is going to whip this in. Near post, headed up. Lenihan passes it back to Silvera. Back to Barlasser now. Boro probing on the edge of the box. Jones with another one of his vintage low crosses. And he wins us yet another corner. In swinger, this time Lucas Engel is on the corner. Interesting, whips it in. Headed out again. Darragh Lenihan got plenty of time to take that ball down. Plays it to Silvera. Barlasser. Huddersfield getting back in the shape, and that is that. But it's another corner. We're just not letting up here. But I feel like Huddersfield will defend these corners pretty well. I'm sure that's something that they are probably very good at. It comes out to Silvera though, and Silvera gets himself a goal. Headed out into the path of the Aussie, and he took it down and thought, thank you very much. Free shot at goal in the box for me. I think Vandenberg was the one who headed it back. Well found by him, and no one closed him down, and Silvera had a free shot at the Huddersfield goal. He makes it 3. And it looks like it's going to be 3 goals and 3 points for the Boro. It looked a bit sketchy at half-time, I'm not going to lie. I thought this could be a struggle. But we've turned it on. Second half, well and truly. And looking for more. Here is Lucas Engel. Good ball into Silvera. Why couldn't Boro's signings have gelled this well in real life? Honestly. Never mind. Hey, here's Jack Radoni looking to get Huddersfield up the pitch. But it's a terrible ball to Lenihan. Isaiah Jones then looking to torment down that left-hand side or the right-hand side. He absolutely twists Hogg inside and out. Nichols surprisingly punches and doesn't. Oh, and it's hit the post there, Hackney with a strike. And there's a penalty. Nichols decided to punch. Interesting choice. I thought he could have caught that. Hackney struck, hit the post, and Silvera looked like he was brought back. And Dan Barlasser converts the penalty off the post. And it's 4-0 to the Boro. Free scoring Boro. We are doing everything right at this moment. We're scoring goals. We're sharing them out. We're keeping clean sheets as well. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better start. This is until they score here and ruin my clean sheet. Oh wow, what a shot from Kasumu. That was scary. But it comes to nothing. And the sold out Riverside crowd has to cheer a 4-0 win. Look at the ratings across the board. Incredible. Some unbelievable performances by the boys. And we've got some serious momentum here. And again, I'm gonna praise them. Gonna boost their egos, get the confidence up. Everyone is delighted. Everyone is happy. And we are on fire. Boro, the only side so far to win 3 from 3. And our goal difference is going to be through the roof as well. Elsewhere, Blackburn beat Hull. There's a couple of draws in there. Ipswich went and beat QPR, so their great start has quickly disintegrated. Sheffield Wednesday, realistically, are doing terribly at the moment in time. Huddersfield now into the relegation zone. Sunderland lost at home to Rotherham. Rotherham winning away? What? FM is throwing up some absolute crazy results at this moment in time, but what an unbelievable episode this has been. Drink that in. Green galore. Unbelievable. I don't know what to do then, because I kind of want to come back for the League Cup second round, but I wouldn't say the League Cup's a priority really, so I might play that off screen and we'll come back some point here in September. We'll come back in the middle of September. I'll play 3 or 4 games off screen. I think the Southampton game could be a pretty cool one to play. And I also want to sort of play the Sunderland game too. So we might do Blackburn and Sheff Wed, then have another few games break before coming back and doing Sunderland and Birmingham possibly, just to try and space things out. But yeah, unbelievable, guys. What a ridiculous and unbelievable start to our FM career mode as Boro manager. I'm still waiting. I'm still expecting things to go south. But as it stands, let's just drink this in. Let's just drink this in and enjoy it. I don't know if I've got the right camera on there. Let me flip that over. Don't know if that's my webcam or not. There we go, that's more like it. So guys, a big thank you for watching episode 2 of our FM24 career mode in the beta. We're going to keep this going for the next week or two, have some fun before we do delve deep into our road to glory at some point, where we'll hopefully, eventually, join the Boro once again. But as for now, we're going to keep having fun, and if you're having fun, hit the like button and subscribe for much more FM content to come. As I mentioned at the start, every like, every sub means the world to me, so please do continue to do that. And leave me a comment below with your thoughts. And until next time, guys, a big thank you for watching. Do take care. I'll see you all next time.